More than 1,500 organic, biodynamic, and regenerative farmers, ranchers, and industry leaders gathered this year for the 46th annual EcoFarm Conference.
I'm so excited to have you all here.
We've just been working hard to expand our reach, you know? I mean, we know that farmers are really looking for information. We have about 50% of our programming is technical farming content, and then the other half is everything else, everything from advocacy to policy work, food safety, certainly seed sovereignty and building communities and celebrating culture and farmers who are doing a lot of really innovative things.
This annual event brought together growers, researchers, and educators from across California, including a strong presence from University of California, Agriculture and Natural Resources, UCANR.
I really loved the booth we had in the exhibit hall. Our folks here as speakers, hosting the Spanish language program here. I think it's important for UCANR to be here, and particularly for the folks here to understand that cooperative extension, as well as our other programs, are available for them to make use of.
This year's theme, Seeds of Strength, Empowering Farmers for a Changing Climate, focus on equipping agricultural communities with the tools and connections they need to adapt to a rapidly changing world.
There's a lot of different systems that farmers have to work through, including policy and regulation, as well as production issues that they might come across, it's a lot for them to take on themselves.
You talked about the borders and how weeds come in from the borders. Have you had any success with hedgerows?
UCANR uses conferences like EcoFarm to listen directly to growers and share research-based solutions developed through UC Cooperative Extension.
We were really interested in organizing a workshop around organic weed management because weed management is one of the toughest challenges within organic systems across every single type of production system. So berries, stone fruit, nuts, grains, vegetables, livestock. It's just a really hard thing to manage within organic systems.
Raise your hand if you're familiar with cottage food operations.
Other sessions focus on value-added production, helping farmers process surplus crops into products that can generate additional income.
We'll talk about the kind of licenses they'll need to get, what is the best avenue for them to get into these new markets. Cottage foods is the easiest to get started with, so that's what we recommend. You don't need to have a commercial kitchen. It's the cheapest, it's the fastest. You can start in your own kitchen. Any entrepreneurs that are making restaurants or food trucks or want to sell your own product, we'll give you free support.
Porque queremos enlatar lo que es un poco de lo que nos sobra, un poco de fresa, hacerlos como mermelada. En México hay un producto que es típico fresa en cajitas con crema. Eso es lo que me gustaría a mí emprender este año que viene, primeramente Dios.
We're seeing with a lot of farmers that we work with Farm to School, a lot of their produce comes on during the summertime, and a lot of the schools are out or their meal programs are serving less meals. So this was really exciting for me to see how can we save the produce that's coming on mostly in the summertime so that the schools could use it during the school year. There's a possibility, I think, to connect with schools when they're not using their cafeterias to process products.
Beyond individual workshops, UCANR plays a coordinating role statewide, connecting educators and farmer networks across multiple regions.
As part of the UCANR's Climate Action and Land Equity Program, we actually proposed a project called Shared Roots Initiative, which is a multimedia education and outreach project that we are leading. And through storytelling, media, and community outreach efforts to make issues around land access, climate smart agriculture, and food sovereignty accessible to farmers, youth, and other communities, especially focused on the API communities.
Maria Gonzalez sought guidance and assistance for her newly formed food cooperative.
Estamos viendo que hay diferentes cooperativas en California ahorita
que están operando, están creciendo. Hay ahorita como un boom, se puede decir, de food hubs, cooperativas que están trabajando en California. Simplemente de que no estamos viendo cooperativas y food hubs que son dueños latinos. Community Farmers es una cooperativa nueva. Queremos cambiar la dinámica con nuestra cooperativa.
EcoFarm highlights agriculture as a field full of opportunity, one that goes beyond the fields. Through UC Agriculture and Natural Resources, Cooperative Extension connects research, innovation, and community to show the many pathways that exist within agriculture today.
Too many people think it's only farmer or farm worker, and that's not true. You know, Cooperative Extension's a great example. You could be doing research to help farmers be successful. You could be in the food system. You could be processing. You could be doing food safety. You could be doing ag tech. There's so many different ways to be in agriculture.